Welcome back to Stooge Stream. It's toy pickups time. I am your host, the Stooge. I am well and truly behind. I've got a fairly decent little stack, but I've been off my feet for a while with knee operations. That's all behind me now, so there's going to be lots more toy pickups coming soon. Also, I'm going to be selling at Blacktown Markets in Sydney, Australia this Sunday, the 27th of August. Make sure you come along. I'm going to have action figures, Pokemon stuff, all sorts of stuff. There's going to be video updates about that on the channel, so check those out. In the meantime, let's get to it. Now, admittedly, I have forgotten what I've paid for some of this stuff because I bought them in huge lots, but I will try my best to remember. I do remember how much I got this guy for. Silver Streak. He is a real Hasbro Transformer. This isn't a knockoff. I do have some knockoffs coming, though. Very cool little mini con figure type. He looks very cool in his robot form. I actually ended up getting 3 of them, so some of these are going to be for sale. They will be cheap. I paid under $5 for them. They're very, very cheap figures. I think it was like $3 possibly. On the Transformers train, I got a couple of these bot changes. They're just little minifigures. Touch them, they change, and a couple of the vehicles, for them. So these, bear with me, are actually little bases for those figures. So that's like the Prime base, and this is like the Megatron-y base. How does this one open? There we go. Little ramps and stuff, and they've got little gimmicks where you put the figures on them and they can shoot them out. They were like $2 each, so I'm happy to add them to my Transformers collection. I got this stuff in a lot. Let me just okay, that and this. Alright, so I got a lot for, worked out to be about $30. So the first thing I got is an original G1 Insecticon. So that is my second Insecticon now. I've got 2 out of 3 of them. A couple of Ninja Turtles. The wacky action Ninja Turtles. You wind them up. My hand's in the way and they do shit. So there's Leo. There's Mikey. Anyway, that spins, and some extra accessories came along with them. So keep in mind, Insecticon, 2 wacky action turtles. These G.I. Joe cards. They're very cool. There's like 50 or more of them. And this, I will pick the camera up. It is a Ninja Turtles battle van. It's not complete, but I don't care because it will look awesome on a shelf. So it's missing the turret piece there. The ramp still works. It's missing all the interior. But it's got the top turret, the side pieces. It's got the barrels on the bottom, which you'd be surprised at how quickly they're lost. So I'll put that down, put the camera back. So yeah, for $30, I was pretty happy with all of those pieces. And keep in mind that these are Australian prices. If you're in the US, you can automatically knock about 35 to 40% off the prices I'm quoting. If you're in the UK, it's about half of what I'm quoting. If you're in Canada, it's about the same. Now, I got this little dude. Now, I'm not sure if he's a third party or not, because the detail is just too good. But I can't find any markings whatsoever on him, so if someone can let me know. I just saw this figure and loved it and went, yep, fine. So had to import this guy. He ended up costing me $12. and it is a Cybertronian Starscream. He's a little minifigure, so he's the size of a Ninja Turtle, basically. It looks fantastic. The level of detail is just absolutely nuts. Haven't transformed him yet, but I can show you that he does clearly transform and do things. And he has a very cool gun. So if anyone knows exactly what this is, can you let me know? Either way, I just thought he was very cool. A figure I've always wanted, and I don't think they ever actually made one. Now, I'm fairly certain that this is very much a third party, and it is a Quintesson. Come on. Focus in on the Quintesson. There we go. No. They don't want to show you their faces. So it is a Quintesson figure to go with my Transformers toys. So happy. I want at least one representation of every character from the 86 animated movie, and I'm getting pretty damn close. Alright, I do have some box stuff, but before I get to them, these were $1.28 for all 5 of them. I think there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 5 just little minifigures that I thought were really cool. Aquaman. Infinity Ink style Robin. Sportsmaster. Two-Face. He's even got his coin. And the Bat. They are like little Brave and the Bold figures. These are knockoff minifigures. They're made by Pogo, I believe. So, 2 that I wanted. Captain Universe. And Ash Williams. Evil Dead. Come on, focus on Ash. There we go. These were $1 each. So, nothing. Start with the non-Transformers one. Okay. Love my 90s toys. Love my 90s characters. I've been reading comic books for... How old am I? 36... 25 odd years. So I'm a huge fan of a lot of weird characters. These characters in particular, I actually just reread the complete arc of the Age of Apocalypse. So when I saw this, I was like, yeah, cool, add that. Now this was part of a lot that I bought that is actually going to the markets, but this was for me. It was $10, and I was more than happy to pay it for the Age of Apocalypse X-Men Secret Weapons Jean Grey style figure. It's got some launcher, the blast shit, whatever. I don't care about that. I care about this. Age of Apocalypse Jean figure. So cool, and that is boxed. So we are happy with that. I'll chuck that over there. I don't have a problem with knockoff figures. At all. If they're cool looking and they're cheap, I will pick them up. Now I'm not going to pay full price, obviously, for a knockoff figure because that's just dumb. But this was $10. So I was like, you know what? It's $10 and it's got a very cool thing that I like about it. Now, if you're a Transformers fan, you know that Generation 2 was fucking garbage, where they turned Megatron into a green and purple tank. The whole series was just crap. So a knockoff company called MBD Toys, and these are cheap knockoffs, these aren't expensive knockoffs, decided to rectify that. So here we go. Now I ended up getting this for free because it arrived in a package that was about the third the size that it should have been. And I've done my best to kind of make it back into a box shape as much as possible. But it didn't cost me anything, so that's fine. It's a Megatron. But what's so special about this Megatron? There's a million Megatron toys. Well, This is actually Generation 2 Megatron, but with Generation 1 Megatron robot form. So he looks like Megatron should look, even though he transforms into a tank. It's not a green and purple monstrosity. It's the silver Megatron. It's pretty cool. Now, it looks like they made a few toys. That Hot Rod actually looks very cool. It looks like the Titans Returns Hot Rod, and so does that Power Glide. Now, I believe I have Power Glide on the way. And that Starscream is very cool as well. I've seen him recently. I may pick up a couple more of these. They've a dumb name. Alteration Man. And this is Commander. But it is very cool. Like, as far as what it's doing. It's rectifying Generation 2. Alright, we'll put that back down. A couple more Titans Return figures. Now, this one I got from overseas. This is another one that arrived damaged. It's really hard to get, though, so I was like, whatever, fine. It's not that bad overall. But it was supposed to be brand new, and it's clearly not. I ended up putting in a complaint and getting a refund on it. So this ended up being free as well. It's Titans Returns, Decepticon Viper. Now, you can see clearly sticky tape there. It's been resealed. The box is ripped. That's easy to see on the back here. The plastic is smashed here, but the box it came in was in perfect condition, so it didn't get damaged in postage. This was damaged before it was sent, and it was advertised as brand new, so I'll probably end up taking him out of the box, because screw it. But he does look very cool. It's actually a variation on a Cobra Viper, but as a Transformer, it's very cool. It's a shame his box got damaged. Two I bought in store myself. One, I didn't realize the box was slightly damaged at the bottom, but I don't really care that much. And I might end up actually unboxing all of my toys eventually just for space, because these boxes take up so much goddamn space. But another figure from the 86 movie that I needed one of, I actually don't think I have any variations of him in my collection at all at this point, which is weird. And that's Brawn. Now, I'm not buying all the Titans Returns and Combiner War figures. There's just way too many of them, but I do have a few. I think I've got about 30 of them. And they're mostly just the figures of characters that I like, or from the 86 movie. And speaking of, another character from the 86 movies, and I have the Reveal the Shield version of this figure from a few years ago, and this one looks really, really similar to the Reveal the Shield, except he transforms into his G1 form and not this weird car thing. So even though the body kind of looks really similar, he looks so much better. And that is Perceptor. So if you look at him, like, this part here looks very much like the Reveal the Shield Perceptor, except, of course, he's actually got his microscope piece there. And he turns into his G1, which is awesome. So now that I'm back on my feet, I probably will be getting a whole lot more stuff over the next couple of weeks. So watch out for a new episode real soon. What have you guys been picking up? I always want to know. Let me know in the comments below. What are your favorite toys at the moment? Mine is, out of this lot, the Quintesson for sure. He is awesome. Guilty or innocent. Or my new Insecticon, because he's awesome too. Brawn, no. Quintesson or the Insecticon, definitely. So let me know again what you picked up recently in your collection. Always interested. Are you a Transformers and Ninja Turtle collector, a fanatic like I am? Thanks again for watching. I've been your host, the Stooge. We will have more toy pickups soon. Until then, don't forget adventure, excitement. Stooge craves not these things. Welcome to the Stooge Revolution.